Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz with Finster in her morning, I don't know, whatever she does, here with Flawed Masterpieces that we love anyway. And today we're talking about Dvořák's Eighth Symphony. I adore Dvořák's Eighth Symphony. And so did Dvořák. It was his favorite symphony. And yet, it contains a flaw. Could be a serious one, depending on the performance, really. And that flaw occurs in the finale. It so often occurs in the finale in romantic pieces. You know, romantic composers always had an issue with how to end things. Although this symphony doesn't have that issue for the same reason that so many others do, because it's not one of those heroic tragedy to triumph things where you have to find some excuse to perorate at the end and achieve some sort of bombastic finish. The Eighth Symphony doesn't do that at all. It has a different issue, one that is not beyond a great performance to resolve. And I'm sure it's intentional. So whether it's really a flaw or not is sort of well, they're all a matter of opinion, aren't they? Because some people don't hear them as flawed and others, do. But I think, we point out these flaws without making them issues of whether you like the work or not, or whether it's a good work or not. I mean, the Eighth is a work of genius. It puzzled a lot of people when it first came out. Brahms couldn't figure it out. The great Donald Francis Tovey said it was a lame attempt to appeal to the English taste, which is complete nonsense. He had no clue what Dvořák was trying to do. It's a largely pastoral work, a lyrical work, one that quite radically ignores a lot of traditional forms like sonata form and stuff like that. It's a variation symphony. It's based on permutations of simple ideas. And it's actually quite wonderful, and you really get to know it. I mean, the opening of the slow movement and the opening of the scherzo, which is a delicious waltz, are actually variants of the same idea. And the finale is a theme in variations, which is a wonderful summary of the whole variation concept. Yeah? There you go. Get in here. Okay. So it really makes a lot of sense that Dvořák should cast the finale in that form. The problem is that they're not variations that... Oh, the variation form, let's put it this way. You have a theme, then you have a select number of variations, and it's a sectional form. By definition, it's a sectional form. It's not supposed to flow inexorably. Oh, okay. Well, that was that. She hears food noises in the other room. It's not supposed to flow inexorably to a triumphant conclusion. I mean, it has a triumphant conclusion, but it's going to have pauses. And those pauses can be sort of annoying, or if the piece is very well contrasted, they can be just part and parcel of how the variation form works. Now, in this particular case, Dvořák actually generates a tremendous amount of energy as the variations proceed up until the middle of the movement, where you get this sort of scherzo Slavonic dance type thing, dum bum ba bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba da dum ba dum ba dum ba dum, that thing, and that he arranges in ABA form is almost like a little scherzo and trio with that lovely flute solo in the middle section. It's terrific. And then there's a march. Dun bum bum ba ba da 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 dum dun 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 da 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 da. It's just incredibly catchy. And that builds to a huge, enormous climax, culminating in the return of the movement's opening fanfare. Da dun da 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 bum ba da dum bum bum ba dum, like that. Okay? And all is well. Then the movement calms down. And there's a good reason it calms down. It calms down because it's going to end with that scherzo thing. Dum bum ba bum bum. But it's this fabulous ending, which does the early impression, which Dvořák couldn't have known, of somebody taking their finger on a record and winding it up faster and faster and faster. It's incredible how it sounds. Just marvelous. So the ending itself is stupendous and original and different. But between that big climax in the middle and the dazzling ending, we have a series of contrasting quiet variations, gentle variations. They barely change the theme. The only thing that changes is basically who plays the tune. Different sections of the strings and woodwinds, they get the tune, but the tune itself doesn't want to vary at all. And this gets repeated, 3, 4 times, with more and more dreamy and relaxed rhythms. And it doesn't change key. I mean, it doesn't do anything. It just sits there. And if a conductor does not know how to keep that moving, you got a problem. I mean, you really got a problem, because it can bog down like nobody's business. It just seems like you never know when it's going to end, when it's going to start, how many of these variations there are going to be. The orchestra just is in love with its tune. And so it doesn't ever change. Now, this is, like I said, only a major problem if the conductor is a moron. The problem there is that there has never been a shortage of moronic conductors, and conductors who allow the music to just wallow in its own sort of narcissistic self-regard as you get to that finale. It's a real interpretive issue. And when composers create interpretive issues, you could say that what they have is flawed. It doesn't play itself. It takes a little extra help. Let's put it that way. And, the great performances deal with it, and the less great performances don't. But I do regard it as something of a flaw. It was certainly intentional. Dvořák definitely had an expressive purpose in writing it that way. But he left a trap for the unwary in doing so. And I've heard many performances of the symphony, on disc and live, where that particular moment really just lets all the tension drain out of the music, and the thing sags. Happily, Dvořák redeems himself, usually in the closing bars, but not always. Not always. So there you have it, another flawed masterpiece. Oh, there are so many of them. But then again, if the flaws weren't there to give great interpreters something to do and show why they're great, what would be the point of listening to the thing in the first place? Right? I mean, if it only played itself, you could have like AI do it, and you would never have to go to a performance at all, and you wouldn't have anything to compare. So yeah, it's the flaw, but the flaw is sort of like really important to our understanding of what a great performance of the symphony is. That's the paradox. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.